Hey everyone, right, part or day 16 I think, decorating, my favourite bit. So decorating the folio thingy. I've got some bits I have had a play, you'd be pleased to hear. So I'm going to cheat slightly for my backgrounds. I have cut some mats. So these all fit onto the folio. So I've got the back, the bottom flap, top flap, and then a piece for each of the inside flaps. What I'm going to do is make up a background for my decorations. So I need a piece of paper. Try and keep fairly clean. I've got the two Tim Holtz. Where are we? There we go. The two Tim Holtz stamps. So it's going to be sort of a multi-layered. I'm going to start off with stamping, then go over it with distressing. I'm using the watering can. Distressing, a bit of gesso, and then some more distressing. Well, that's what I'm thinking anyway. So it's just a bit of random stamping. Oops, let's go. And then maybe a bit more there. Doesn't have to be everywhere, but enough to just give something interesting. Layers always add something interesting too. And the last piece. Let's turn it over, did I? I did as well. Right, let's go for the big stamp this time. Oh, that one. I levelled all my desks out for doing paint pouring, and well, I levelled this desk out for paint pouring, and now everything else shapes. Okay, we have layers. Let's get rid of those. So if I start on the big back piece, and oh no, that what I was going to say, magic eraser gets rid of marks, glue, and you very gently have to brush it or rub it across. I've used it for getting glue marks off the folio. Okay, so I've got 3 different Tim Holtz stencils. I'm going to start off with hickory smoke, just normal distressing. These are. So I'm going to do a lighter panel in the middle. I have to admit, I looked at this and I thought, oh, it's not doing anything. But it is. It is actually. I don't want it too dark in the middle. And then I'm going to go around the edges, trying to sort of match it up. Okay, that bit I think, let's have a look. Now that bit I'm going to leave quite light. It helps to have a bit of, I found for me, it works for me if I leave a bit of interest. Or contrast, sorry. That's the words I'm looking for. Contrast. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Yeah, that looks all right, actually. Yeah. That one. And then soot, or black soot distressing. I'm just going to darken a couple of the bits. I don't want it too dark, but I do. And then I'm just going to go around the edges. And then we have your own background papers, although I am going to be adding to that. Right, now you've seen what I'm doing, I will carry on and do the rest, and I'll catch up with you in a minute. Okay, right, time to put those away. So that's my monochrome base. Now I've got some Distress Oxide vintage photo, but it comes out more, if I sort of show you, it's more like an orangey colour than it is, I don't know, it's quite strange. It's not, it doesn't actually look like the normal vintage photo. So I'm just trying to work out, right, so if I have that, no, I'm going to have it that way up at the front. And I'm going to add some contrast. And I'm going to, I think, I'm going to have it running, actually I haven't got a clue. Do I have it running at there? No, because it needs to lead the eye, in my opinion. Oh. Right, I'm just going to so that is the base. So that's a, and then that one I want to carry on. Yeah, sort of like that. It doesn't have to match up, but I'd like it to if I can. It's going to go roughly like that. Front and the bottom and top flap. Right, back I'm going to do the same. I think I'll have dark bits at the bottom. I just want to lead the eye. A little bit convoluted perhaps, but I enjoy doing this bit. Oh, we got a double shadow going on there. Okay, I am doing them separately because if I mess up, then I can at least remake, and you'll never know. Right. Okay, now I'm going to do the front one first, I think. So I've got 2 pieces, which are roughly going to go like that. And then I have a whole load of stuff here. Words that I've cut out and bits that I've scraps and everything. I've also got a bag of bits. I don't know, they all seem to go together, so I sort of left them as they were. Right, I've got some butterflies, but I'm going to edge them because they're not quite standing out as I want them to. So I'm just going to go in and make them the colour I want. That's better. It's got much more of an orangey glow going on though, so more brown and less of the blue that was on there. So I'm going to put that one on there, but I want to do some heat embossing as well. So that one, so I have actually thought about those. And then for the top, oh God, I've got so much stuff. Tea bag, or a tea bag. See, I'm quite liking that. And then I've got some pens. I can't find the other one, so this one will do. So I'm thinking that there, and a random piece of corrugated board that I've got from, I don't know, I just don't throw things away, that's just the way I am, I'm afraid. It's going to be quite geometric, I'm thinking. And then I printed out monochromatic and the meaning of. But now, when you look at it, it looks pretty much all the same colour. So it needs a pop of something now, I think. And then I'm thinking that that can go, oh, don't know. If I bring that down a bit. That's what I'm thinking for the front. But I need something that pops out. So, have new stamps. We'll play. These are delicate florals. So I show you the stamps by Penny Black. And I've been having a real blast with them. How much time have I got left? That's plenty. So my camera cuts out and I never notice. So I'm going to use this one. Let's move that one out of the way for the moment. So that's going to be my finished one, and I'm thinking it needs a pop. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to heat emboss it in black, I think. I was going to use copper, but I'm thinking black would just make it a bit more. So from that corner upwards. Okay. Let's glue this one down. It's got really dark here. It's threatening to pour down. I want that up there because I am going to stitch over the top of that as well. I've got a whole box full of flowers. I am thinking that I'm going to use some of those up. Okay. We have my trusty, I was trying to work it out. I actually went back through Amazon and this thing is approximately 7 years old. That's why it looks naff. But I keep re-inking it and it keeps on working. So I'm thinking I want it sort of there-ish, I think. I can't actually see if this has worked or not, so copper or black? No, black. Oops. Let's have a look. And I promise not to get my sleeve anywhere near this one. Okay, I've got the edge where I just pressed down too hard. A very cheap paintbrush that I use. What I found is when I've been doing the black and I've been heat embossing, I can't use the anti-static pad that you'd normally use. Right, heat emboss this, so mind your ears, and I'll try and edit this bit out. Oh, that's interesting. Some of this is just disappearing into the back of the card. Oh, I've never seen that before. It almost looks like an ink art rather than a... How strange. Oh, it's good. I was just looking at that thinking, maybe I'll leave it like that. But no. I'm just going to take the edge off my tea bag. How strange. I don't want to cover up too much of that flower now because I actually quite like that. So, that one. And then I'm thinking that one. Oh, blimey. Sorry. Jumping. Let's pull these up a bit. And that one. And then this one can go over the top. Like that. Okay. Perhaps not the conventional way of gluing things, but I lose where I am with things. And then before I put that down. Oh, what have I done there? Okay, cheap and cheerful flowers. I'm not keen on these bits that stick up, but yeah, we'll see. I was going to put that one about there. So I just stick that one down for a moment. Okay, I'm going to get rid of these bits in the middle. And have, if I can pull them apart. Probably would have been a lot quicker just to die cut some bits. I like that. Okay, so oh, and then maybe one that side. Lift the card. As long as you catch it before the glue is completely set, it's I find it's not too bad. I want those overlapping. Ish. Got that one a bit skewiff. There we go. All right. I'll go with that. And that I'm going to use, I think, a couple of the dimension foam things. I'm thinking otherwise it's going to look hard against with the corrugated board. So if I put one there and one there. Come on, there we go. I'm going to put some glue on the back and see if it will catch on the board. I'm going to put it there to allow me to have room to stitch around it. Right, there's the front bit done. Nice and easy. Although saying that, I sort of sat there with the sketchbook last night having a bit of a play around various sort of layouts, and yeah, I've enjoyed doing that. Right, I'm going to go and stitch around this and then I'll be right back. Right, welcome back. It is about 24 hours later, so I am I'm hoping I am where I left off. I suddenly thought, do you know what, it's just missing that pop of colour. So I'm having a look through all the bits I've got, and it struck me, actually, that is a type of brown. So my butterfly is going to go in there. I haven't glued him down yet. I have been and stitched over everything, so it's got a nice border around there. So that's the bottom half done. Okay, right, top half. I've got some, oh, blimey, that sounds like the neighbour. I've just got some bits together. Sometimes, oh, it just takes me forever. I start to do something and I think, I don't want that. And then I'm thinking, oh, really? Come on, Zoe. So I've got that literally is just a scrap. But I'm thinking, I like that. And I've got yet another scrap of music paper, which I'm quite into lines at the moment, as you may be able to tell. Let's move that out of the way. And then I've got some, it's an offcut of it's like Hessian paper, very strange stuff. So I'm thinking that's sort of going to go into there. That one's going to go like that. Let's get rid of me bits. Another fussy cut butterfly. I quite like that one up there. But I want to do a bit of heat embossing. So I've got another one of the penny black stamps. And it's going to go on there. So first of all, let's glue these bits down. Oh. And then this piece, so if I can, I want to try and get the heat embossing over the top of them. That's the idea. So I quite like that one. Not quite in the middle, but okay. And then stamp. Reverse the mark. And I'm thinking I want it about there. If the sound's different, it's because the first time around I forgot to switch my mic on properly. So, apologies. Okay. Now, because I haven't used the anti-static thingy, I've got loads of little bits which I don't want. I'm thinking that'll do. I'm just so aware of my sleeves now. This cardigan, I have to say, has had that much stuff on it. Oh dear. Right, quick blast. So I will see you on the other side. Okay, that one doesn't appear to have sunk in. It's quite raised. Good. I'll go with that. We're in focus. Yeah. So I'm just going to put my little piece of. It's just added interest, isn't it? A bit of added texture. No, definitely not that way. Okay. And then the butterfly, which I need to go. Oops. I'm rushing, can you tell? I'm just going to edge this in black. And while I'm at it, I will do this one. I found me flowers. Oh, I'm so sorry. I really, really don't like these things. I can't remember when I actually bought these. They are so old. I wonder about leaving that one together. If I put it in shot, then you'll be able to see a bit better. I just think that'll be a bit two-dimensional. Okay. I used to make wedding albums, and I'm pretty sure these are from there, along with all the little pearls and everything else that goes with a wedding album. Oh, okay. Maybe not that one. Right, I want him to be there. I don't really want to hide my... What do we think? Oh, I quite like that. Now that is a good contrast. Oh, isn't that annoying? Yay. Right, don't move. And then let's put this little fella on. Actually, it's quite a big butterfly for what I'd normally use. Brilliant. I've got to stitch around that one, but I'll do that when I've got the back done. Flower carnage. Right, this one's going in. In there. So far we have bottom and top. Okay, let's do the back. I have another little card. I'm just going to go around that in black again. Not too much, but just enough to let it, so it stands out just a touch. I have to say that's probably the lazy way, but it's see there again, these are shades of brown as well, and it's like, yeah, I think I was getting a bit too hung up on the greys. There's a bit more scrap, this one. So edge it in black again. Right, now I am thinking, except I can feel all sorts of stuff stuff going on under there. So I quite like these. And I've dug out so many old bits of paper and oops. So I'm just going to squish them. I like that book paper. So let's get out another tea bag. Okay. I just want a bit of texture down. I like that, just gives a bit of separation. Let's rip this one up, it's a bit too wide, I think that is. That's looking good. Oh. Oh, okay, yep, I like that. Let's take that right to the end. Right, let's try gluing all this on. And then same again, I'm going to do some heat embossing and then disappear and stitch it, just stitch it all round. Where am I going with it? About there, I think. Little butterfly. Oh. Okay, let's think about this logically. I want this sort of stick out above and at the side. A bit more glue over the top. About there. And this one next. I'm not going to wedge this one. I'm going to leave this one plain. Sorry if my arm's getting in the way. I wanted that one right to the edge. I'm going to heat emboss before I put this last piece on. Now I have, so that's the one, that's the other one. I do love the way they curl round. I wonder if I could make it as one. And we have, well, that'd look quite smart, wouldn't it? Hopefully. Okay, let's give that a go. Do you ever when you have days when you can't see for looking and it's in front of you? You're like a kid at the pantomime going, it's in front of you! I'm having one of those days. I want to try and get bits on or very close to the main card. Okay, let's see what I've done on here. Oh, hey, I'm getting good at this. Practice. Look at the lumps. Never noticed those before. Don't. Oh, it's a reasonably cheap one. Perhaps that's why. Okay, another quick zap. I'll be back in the mo. I think it's fair to say I'm really pleased with that. And I don't think, I was wondering about putting another butterfly on the back. I don't know. Right, I'm going to go and sew these and I'll be back in a mo. Right, sewing's all done. I can't help myself. I think it's going to have a little butterfly on the bottom. Okay, let's glue it all together. What I haven't done are these for the moment. I think I'm going to make up big pockets, but that will come as... Yeah, I've also got a belly band for the middle as well. This thing really is taking on a life of its own. Okay, let's do... Are we in the middle? We are. Blimey, mess I'm making. I think sometimes I ought to just go with it rather than overthink some of these things. It is what it is, I suppose. I've got the outside, haven't I? Yeah, just checking. Okay. So that is definitely the top. So one. I've only used quite a lightweight card for this mat, and I'm wondering if that's why it's warped so badly. There we are. That's done that. If at first it doesn't succeed, hit it with a hammer. I was going to put a piece of paper across there, wasn't I? I just suddenly thought of that. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it like that. I am going to put on this little butterfly there, because it's like, sometimes you just got to do these things. Make sure we got glue all over him. And I do Let's just make sure we get a bit of movement. Yes, we have. Wonderful. Okay. Now, the top. Don't you just love it when a plan sort of accidentally falls into place? This is me trying to be careful that I don't get the glue. I'm failing miserably. I don't get the glue too close to the edge. So, let's just get rid of some of those bits. Right, there. I found if I can get my thumbnail in before it dries, or any kind of nail, come to that, I don't need to go over it with that rubber thing. Okay, that's that one. Yeah, it only goes on one way. I just had a horrible thought then. And that's that one. I have suddenly realised that I've done this. I've just seen where I've written, which was the top of it, and I've done it to the side. I wondered why it didn't fit properly, or why I've got a bigger gap at one end. Luckily, it's nearly square. So as long as it covers the magnet, sorry, really am sort of trying to line this up. In hindsight, perhaps that should have gone on last. It seems to work. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to lift this off the card a little bit. It's a bit squished. That's better. Okay, so that's all the insides done, apart from belly band, which I can't. I'm thinking maybe a little notepad or something, but sort that out as we go through. Those two are going to have, I think, big pockets. So there we have. Yay, it works at the moment. So we start at the front and we go to the back. This is fun. I like working with black. I've forgotten how awkward it was to actually try and keep clean, but I'm enjoying this. Right, folks, so that's day 2 done of the black theme anyway, or monochromatic, if we get that bit right. Right, you take care, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Bye.